talking, and there's some subspace interference and all this. And John is a thing, so I can enjoy. Basically, there's a lot. So I'm establishing the shot. I'm feeding pigeons. I ran out of pigeon food. You know, some lady comes here and she can't make it all the time, so I fill in the gap. I close the gap or conceal it. You know, not that it's necessary, but it's them that's moved to do it. I'm just catching the wave here. Now, a lot of this is like, yeah, I don't make any money at all from this. I'm just producing episodes. If there's a collector who likes to collect all sorts of crappy episodes and then wants to pay me $1 million, hey, that's your money. Have a great time. Manifest authority all over the world and the universe. But that's up to you. I'm just making this for my very own amusement. I like birds. If you can afford it, good. If you can't, you gotta know that you can't afford it. I know I can't afford to pay anybody $1 million episodes for all their work. God can, and it's already established that people offer. And so now that the whole trend is like, why would I pay $1 million for some crap I don't like? Money laundering. It's just like, oh wow, it's art. I paid that. It's a way of getting paid for like shady dealings. You know? Some artist is just like, oh, I'm an artist, and then I did some unpleasant work for you. Buy my art, and then why would I pay you 300 million? Well, if they all found out, you would have to pay me 600. It's a big discount, something like that. And basically, you make vague statements like that. If they all found out, and then you're like, you have a crossroads. They don't know anything, confirmed. Or else like, you don't have nothing, again, confirmed. The guilt is there. I give guilt all sorts of voices. Like John Lovitz oddly gets a pass, simply because I think he admitted all his guilt before. Like, I'm John Lovitz. I can't get him on anything other than, wow, you're really good at voices. You've been hiding all that for me. Or you probably have a dog who also talks, woof, woof, woof. I'm Lovitz. Pretty close, isn't it? You could make a lot of money training dogs to talk like John Lovitz. Now, to me, all these are crazy ideas, but you'd be surprised at how many inventors are called crackpots crazy. Why would we live outside of a cave? We're safe in a mountain. I mean, isn't that, we have all that we need once we got rid of the cave bear, and then, why do we have to forage? Because there's questions. While you're hiding all day in a cave, God sends something called plague. The more you poop, the more bacteria considers you rotting meat in progress. So you gotta keep moving. And people keep leaving tributes, so I'm just like, well, if with the rosaries and all the crucifixes and Catholic imagery, if it's somehow corrupted, tainted, or even like possessed by minions of the devil, well, you return it to the earth. They have to answer to the earth at least. As far as I'm concerned, I'm on planet Earth, but I could be on planet Jupiter in a cube or something. All the gravitational pulls. And then you see birds like this, basically, where you just look very bedraggled. And they're like, where's the food? I was late again? Yeah, pretty much. And those finches up there, they came within 2 feet of me. Just looking at, they trust my back at least. My arms go to the front, not to the back. There's some people who train judo and stuff. If you jump on them, they'll flip you over, and it's like, why did you jump me? Royce Gracie also. It's like, oh yeah, what do you do against multiple threats? Don't be in a war. He's only doing this to teach. If we didn't have all this marine authority, yeah, there'd be war. But at this time, it's like, don't do that. Deterrence. 700 Marines against a city, you would think like, oh, the Marines would win. Or the people would win. It's 50-50. That's what equity is all about. You have a chance, equality of opportunity. One side should win, but God has the final say. God, the king, has one more move. And that's a thing. I wanted to show you guys also, since it's 5 minutes in. Like yesterday, I saw this guy, you know, and I couldn't believe it. He took a picture with a fan, and I'm a fan. His greatest role for me personally, this is about a personal gain or choice, is that, oh, good, it works. See, better advertising. Why would you put the thing in the bottom when you could put it a little bit higher up? All I do is reposition stuff. So anyway, like his greatest role was basically, in Beetlejuice as the ghost dad. Even as a dad, a ghost, you're a dad. It's like, the neighbors are on fire. I think we got some water or something. So look at his face. I mean, he's very, very concerned. I think that's an umbrella, but it looks like a bottle of wine being poured out. This is my doofy face. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. This was when I shaved a little bit more. I don't have this ridiculous, preposterous beard. But, I like talking to zero people and zero chat, zero likes, because zero is a very integral part of computer science. Division by zero causes all sorts of New York City traffic to increase and makes people upset. So much that people shut out the outside world, the external world, with noise canceling headphones. But if you're evil, a closed mind is open to for evil. All you do is just manipulate the sounds that they're listening to, and it's a very subtle whisper. I called it an evil seed in grok. There's sometimes evil messes up too. Aha! Now you're eating healthy. Aha! Aha! Idiots. Now they're eating salads. See this? Somebody left a salad and they're so hungry they're eating healthy. Soon I can get them to eat carrots. Cabbage or lettuce is mostly water, but now they're salads. Maybe I'll put some dressing on them. Salad dressing is very, very good. And here's my fellow New Yorker enjoying all of the things, but some people don't like to be recorded. That would be bad. I treat all human beings as in the way of my birds. It becomes targeted. And then, I have one too. You can record me. It's all part of my vanity. I never used to be vain until I had to do it for work. You'd be amazed at all the things you can get away with when you say it's for work. Just like the Nazis. It's like, I was just following orders. Can you say all that in different words? It's for work. And then it becomes so approachable. Yeah, I have work too. Don't you want to just quit? Fuck this job. Go. Hey, birds. We have somebody. Whoops. Let me get out of frame. It's all for you. Guys, ready to smile, There's always two. There's two pickups, And just to reinforce the thing, I would like you to know that this is CVS. We're happy and healthy, meat. You can buy all sorts of cool stuff at CVS. Sometimes they even have a Bible. Did you know that? I went to the Jamaica one where they steal everything, but they didn't steal the Bible. That was the craziest discovery I ever. You can steal all the things, and there's a Bible. They steal detergent, high quality electronics, but a Bible just piles up. So it's the most valuable thing. They just I don't care. My goal in all of this is for someone, or all people, to carry a big, heavy Bible. Something that's 20 pounds. A 20-pound Bible. Just because. I carried roughly a 20-pound rock all the way to the shrine. I call it the shrine. But some people call it the obstacle or the barrier. It's fine. You can have a barrier shrine. It's just made out of brick or heavy, dense things. Even the floor in New York City, this is a shrine. We're standing on a shrine. It's called. Yeah. What's up?
Central, where you catch the train to the Grand Central.
A train to Grand Central. I think you can take here. This is
What's the bar?
it's about 5 blocks away. So you just go straight.
Straight.
Yeah, straight, and then make a left, and then you'll get it.
Thank
What?
you, sir.
Yep. You too. Careful. I always give directions because it's like the Russians. Like, you think this is bad neighborhood? Yes. Wherever you're going, all you do is straight and make a left. In this particular case, it's actually, I forgot which comedian did that, but he was very, very scared until he dipped into his Khazar or what do you call it? There's a very scary group of Russians and white people, and then they're very, very as nice as all the people are in New York. Outside of New York is like, yes, we will eat you. It's like, oh, okay. I don't know if it's Khazars, but that's a word that's like been thrown around. It starts with an S, I think. Chechen or Chechen, yeah. The Chechen. It's like Cumtown. Imagine Chechen people is like discovering Cumtown is like, at first the thing, we are going to eat you. Hold on a second, says Nick Mullen. Before you do all that eating, are you gay? It would just break their mind, kind of. Like, I'm going to die soon and all that, but I just want to know that I'm being murdered by gay guys. He thinks fast. Whatever you do, check the sexual orientation of your killers, because that way you can psychoanalyze them. What made you gay? And you allow your brain a few seconds to just kick in. If I die, brain, you die too. You think you can walk away? Go ahead, grow arms and legs, and then walk away from my brain case. Do it. Like my dad said, you're stuck with me, brain, so help me get out of all this financial hardship. Now, I think I may have put this in private or something. It doesn't matter. I get peace and quiet with my brain. And then, in different languages, the brain is described as that. In my language, Tagalog, means utak. Now, Tagalog is very, very, very claro, I think, sometimes. Sometimes it's soft and sometimes it's hard. That's what she said, for example. If you say that line, which makes all the people laugh in Hollywood and America, that's what she said. Yun ang sinabi niya. Babae siya kasi ganito, ganyan. The explanation becomes a joke. The translation becomes the Tower of Babel. So I noticed here, like I wrote all NBM here, because that's my initials. And I put some green Elmer's glue. But, the last week or so, there have been a lot of monsoons in New York City. If I had any power, I kind of nerfed it to like really heavy rains. But if it started out as a monsoon and it's like, hey, I'm here. And then it's like, oh, I'm sorry, we can't really cancel it, but we'll make it less rainy. That's fine. But 3 monsoons in a day when I was in Washington Square Park, I was like, that's odd, New York normally doesn't have monsoons. And I don't normally have visitors. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Well, I haven't got a clue, and I don't know what to do. Wake up suddenly. Karaoke always pushes people out. Because I'm not attractive at all. Look at this face. You know what attractive faces look like. So knowing that Alec Baldwin is like walking around, taking cabs, noticing things I've done in here and what I have failed to do. Yeah. Some people call him like older brother. I don't know. I'm not genetically related to the Baldwins, other than the fact that I'm imprisoned on planet Earth. If that's genetics, then genetics is like evolving all the time. Linguistics. And my friend is back. Hey, you're back. Good. Everything good. 1, 2. Everything's so good. I saw you today. See you, brother. Usually they have shifts. It's just like boom, boom. He's a big guy. He punches people. When it comes time for the religious war, he'll probably kill me very quick. It's like, you I know you. Boom. And in front of him, I said, I don't mind if like 100,000 Egyptians died, and he probably like he got called out for it and came back because Egypt is a very big land. Not all of the Egyptians are nice. How do you know that guy isn't Mubarak? But then, how do you know I'm not like the greatest Filipino dictator of all time? I really don't know. It's just like finding out. Little mannerisms of mine. In the Scientology and especially Mission Earth, there's a person called Tui, which is like, pretty much the true heir of Delbert John Rocket Center or something. And then he raises pigs, but then the original fatherly, I think, like, anybody who hurts pigs should be, all of them should die. And it's like, calm down there, you know? Tui is much like Tweety from Warner Brothers. You never know. And I'm not even sure I pronounce it right. Maybe it's like Twe or something. And if you're speaking somebody else's language, it's like, first thing you learn is, please don't kill me. Even if like that gets you killed, at least you tried. You're already establishing politeness, please. And then, don't. You have the ability to kill me, don't. And kill, which is very targeted. And then me. You could also say, please don't kill us, but not all of your compatriots are worth saving. You got to know you are worth saving. So it's like, when it's better to have all your friends. Why did you only say me? You could have said the same thing. Why do I have to say, please don't kill us? It's better if we all as a group say, please don't kill me. It's like, oh, you. And that way the person who wants to die isn't embarrassed. How come all of them are saying, please don't kill me, but you're just like, whatever. Obviously, that guy will self-volunteer. Doesn't care whether he lives or dies. You just want to know on the side, like, I'm just letting you know, I'm still here. I ain't done yet. That guy's done. A lot of people don't volunteer to live. They're just, well, whatever happens. You got to be so active, like, I want to live. Some people want to get parking tickets, obviously. You get that kind of, like, energy and the passion inside you of the traffic cops. It's like, I really want to give you a ticket. It's bad. I don't care. Do you have a replacement? That's something my dad asked me, and I still is like, I mishear it. Do I have a replacement for you? Do it. In fact, my mind has been reprogrammed to just 2 words. Do it. I don't have to tell my heart to beat. Do it. My knees bend. Do it. Tel Aviv, South Carolina. Very rare to see somebody from South Carolina. Thank you for visiting us in a Toyota RAV4. I've never seen this color too. See this? What color is that? Pantone would know. It's a Toyota. Now, there's something called soy sauce, and in my language, blah, blah, blah. You know what the phrase I really hate more than It's like the whole, in my language. You sound like a snob. Like you invented it. And I'm using it, and I find great distaste. I despise using my mouth. As far as I'm concerned, like, this food goes in, words shouldn't come out because the words that come out of my mouth aren't accurate. It's all food based. It's like, as long as there's no food in my mouth, I talk. When I do, nom 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 nom. Nom. But then, I met Koreans, and then they can talk with their food in their mouth. It's the darndest thing. Even if you destroyed Korea, there would still be aliens eating and talking. And then those would become the all-new Koreans. It's just like the mindset. I dare you, if all of you are doing Korean live streams, they have so many like food streams, it's ridiculous. And then you have to learn how to talk through your nose. Not normal. I mean, it's normal for Korea, but not for me. I just have a few choice words in Korean. The bad words, the curse words, and then like hello. I haven't learned how to say please don't kill me in Korean yet. Probably because when you're eating with somebody, it's assumed. Like, can you eat this? And in Koreatown, there's so many food places. As long as you have the money, they will feed you. The hardest thing really is all those little dishes before you actually eat, just to get your mind right. And you don't know the protocol. Do you eat all the dishes or half? Your favorite? They can always refill. I don't know. I'm mainly there for the bulgogi, the meats. And like Stavros Halkias, you order and eat so much, you actually can be the maitre d'. I will have the good choice. You use a lot of positive self-talk. Yeah, learning English is the hardest. Believe me, most difficult because you don't know how English evolves. And then there's a parallel alphabet. Like this is the real alphabet language. Fuck you then. Even Trump, facing my countrymen, is like, listen, we're in a country where we speak English. Fuck you. Try to misunderstand that. If Manny Pacquiao says, I was fighting all of the boxers, and then I suddenly said Pacquiao, but then I realized my name is Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Hey, why did you like that one? I'm just like, even the void was like, that's pretty funny. Shut the fuck up, dude. Instead of, how can that be funny? It's like I just like Homelander. You like that stuff? Me doing a Manny Pacquiao in my language, and then instead of like Pacquiao, oh wait a minute, my name is Pacquiao. Get the fuck out of here. That shouldn't appeal to you. That's fucking insane. Oh well. So how are you guys doing? Keep quiet. Just come in. Like in a college class, everybody's like, well, we're educated adults, and we're just here to learn something we don't know. I'm learning a lot from just your silent. One of you decided to like the stream, and I don't know why. I'm just reviewing, like, that fucking landed? Why? Why, of all the things, did that land? This is a plastic thing. You can use it as a soapbox. I'm very short. Listen to me, all you people. So I gotta see, like, all my jokes, but in the voice of Manny Pacquiao. That's pretty hard. That is pretty hard. I've been learning all the English, and I would like to thank you for the like in this live stream. And I look forward to a rematch with Floyd Mayweather because, hugging is cheating. And we know that when you punch, it's about boxing, using your legs to form a box, but not really hugging and kissing like gay person. Is that what you guys want to hear? I can do that. I thought it was going to be better with John Lovitz. Live from New York, it's Manny Pacquiao. How the hell did I get this like? That was the hardest earned like I've ever seen in all my thing. I've done over 1,500 videos. Even more. Just practicing episodes. Somebody said, for every heart I get $5, which is bullshit. It's a lie. It's just something your enemy invents to make you feel bad. Whatever you're doing, feel good today. Get a Red Bull. Look. Sponsored by Red Bull. And I wanted to show you guys something. Like when you walk around Manhattan all day, you get to meet all sorts of people. There's this guy. Who do you think looks dumber? Now, if you guys have your tongues cut out, I'll start a poll. The bottom, who looks dumber? I suggest you vote bottom guy, That's me. I mean, I took great pains to look like a really dumb person. Like a deer in headlights, like, ugh. Makes anybody look really, really handsome in comparison. And very talented, I would think. Now that's before I had a really more scraggly beard. But I guess you're all idiots or something. You don't know how to use a pole. Good. I work well with idiots. Or maybe you're like embryos or zygotes, just like or a goldfish in a tank, and then you're just hooked up as torture. You gotta watch this guy, and one of you hit the like accidentally. Hey, stranger things have happened. So today in this episode, I'm going to talk about a classmate of mine named Catherine Gross. And in high school, she had a very, very attractive picture, but then, aging and all that, she hit the wall. But she loves birds, has many, many Instagram posts about birds and their advocacy. And so we never talked much in high school, but if she loves birds, then that's cool. I don't think you should attack her. And also, if you guys are watching this at the LA Mexican protests, some people like JLR exposes or something say that if you're illegal, you can only do riots. And I think I saw somebody who looks like Scarlett Ingrid Johansson. So that's good. You can maintain a discipline of 0. Just keep it at 0 because you don't know who's dumb or dumb. And if you're the lawyers of Alec Baldwin, hi, I never had a chance to consult with you. Thank you for all your pro bono work in my chat. Your presence is just like, what's his name? Bobby De Niro with like 2 really big security guys. He's 5'4", wears stilts or something. It's cool. I'm a very short guy like Joe Rogan. Hey, my rock is still there. Normally one of my mods comes in. This when I'm saying something relevant. But, I really don't have much opportunity to talk with Alec Baldwin or his family or his lawyers or his doctor. How is he doing? Even Alec Baldwin knows how to do third-person narration. If you're glowering in silence, like in Glengarry Glen Ross, during that speech, it's like, do you get it? There's the silence. This is the punctuation, If I have the distinct honor of addressing him. But if you're just a bunch of dumb kids, you might have heard of this guy. Pretty cool, I say. That's Alec Baldwin. He was in Beetlejuice and all these other movies. I'm very impressed that you guys can keep quiet and not say anything in my chat for 10 minutes. Most people like say hi or unblock LoJack or something or unban. I've taken things so I can understand what your message is. If you're quiet, you're just trying like spamming, like robots. A lot of people use their alts as like, free this person and that. And to commemorate that thing, I mean, it's a minor incident for him. He just got into a cab. But for me, it's a big deal. So much that I put Alec Baldwin 2025. I also planted something and it's raining. Of course, a lot of these will be removed, sadly. But while it's still here, you get to see. Now there's 3 of you. Hello, third person. I'm kind of a bit of starstruck. You see them like basically sterile in the movie screen, and then in real life they have a presence. I hope I don't have that presence because I would be rack 1. I'm just very glad. Let's go for 93 trillion hours of silence. I know you can do it because you spent the first 10 minutes silent with me. 93 trillion hours is cake at this point. Just gotta believe, And if you need something in reverse, all. Also, this is another message. MAGA equals Confederate Nazis. I don't really endorse that or tax the rich. It's dry. Anywho, are you guys Supreme Court justices? Please say nothing. Nothing is like how I can communicate. In theory, I could ask God for all your identities in Jesus Christ and the Holy Ghost and Holy Spirit, the saints. We do have the saint of detective work somewhere. I think it's Saint Matthew. Being an accountant means all of this doesn't balance out. So I have to craft all new ranks and titles for the Lord Jesus Christ. Some of them might not be flattering. Who looks dumber in all of this? Some celebrities don't appreciate favors, by the way. Just like Bill Murray, somebody took the time to draw all parts of his aging face in ballpoint blue marker, and he's just like, thanks for pointing out I'm old. Which is true. It's like, even if you go up to Madonna, it's like, I became a man through you. You have all the best intentions. You just reminding them, oh yeah, you're just calling me old. Me, I've learned to embrace age. I used to be young, virile, skinny like a stick, 2-inch penis, no expectations, and then I have to do this stuff. You're like two twin girls or twin boys just staring at me. Do you ever stop talking? I do, once in a while. But I know even if I stop talking, you're not going to start, right? You're very well behaved for twins. So I just bounce it off you like a cat. Where I live, there's a feral cat just stares at me. Very afraid of hawks and other things and rats. But, there's a comfort, like an invisible leash. It still ignores me, but ignores all I say, which is kind of cool. And I'm hoping maybe those two cats that I saw learned how to do internet and just like, this what you do to other people, not just cats? Meow. Yeah. I'm amazed. If I was like people and then there's a entertainer on YouTube that my cats or my pets enjoyed, I just leave it there. 24 hours later, you guys happy? The house isn't destroyed? Well, good. I'll throw that guy a couple bucks or refuse to bill him a couple bucks. If it's easier for you to just like insultingly, remove a few things off the credit, I know some of you are opting for 60%. 60% of stolen goods is still, evidence. So don't do that. Just stay still in my thing. You're going to learn how to be surviving. Don't get hurt. Yes, very good. Listen to mommy. There you go. Don't get hurt. That's my only message. I'm just wondering, whatever in all the fucking world possessed you to like my stream? It's a mystery. You ever have that much power over a streamer, just like a like, and he's overselling it? No, I'm not overselling anything. I'm trying to figure out how your physiology works, alien or human. It's all the same to me. So I'll just keep talking and you'll keep listening. This is a pact, an agreement. One of us will break this social contract. In fact, you can all leave. I'll command you all in the name of Jesus Christ and all his angels and saints, even Lucifer, your dark lord or whatever. But, I've been told that the devil believes all the other people is the devil, and God believes all the other people are God. And I'm a God person, very religious. So, what can I do? Oh, yes. Since you're a captive audience, you can't leave for some reason. I'm going to read the Bible. And there's two of you, and it's all the same to me, because, as long as you can't leave, I can't help but preach the gospel to you. So, the gospel according to St. Matthew, glory to you, O Lord, and I will read it. It's in the middle, you just walk in. Jesus said to his disciples, you are the salt of the earth, but if salt loses its taste, with what can it be seasoned? It is no longer good for anything, but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A city set on a mountain cannot be hidden, nor do they light a lamp and then put it under a bushel basket. It is set on a lampstand, where it gives light to all in the house. Just so your light must shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your heavenly Father. The gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. And I'm glad you're here. You could have left. In fact, I commanded you directly, and you stayed. Good. Amazing. You get to see this, like Marines. Pentagon to deploy 700 Marines to Los Angeles. But, what is Los Angeles? Los Angeles is just like, you see these lights, you know? Los Angeles is just like the light bringer, Lucifer. Yeah? Who looks dumber in all this? That's a question we can never understand. So I'm glad you stay, but you should keep up with all the news. The gospel has been read, and maybe I'm doing a sermon or a homily. I'm supposed to do postering and posterizing. There's a lot of birds, a lot of grumpy New Yorkers, but what did you expect? You know? I'm expecting a whole bunch of like Mexican protesters to come here. Legitimate. Hey, and I'm ready for them. It's just like Viva Mexico. During the Mexican Day parade, they walk by here. Not a big deal for me. I've seen it before. I think even rioters and protesters is like, hi Nate. Well, hello there, fellas. The leader of this rebellion, insurrection, and the Marines should be in my chat just looking at each other. When does he shut the fuck up? I never will. I never will. As long as you don't have anything to say to each other, I'll do all the talking. So we all know the Marines are fucking gay, right? And so are Mexicans. Just stay in my chat to reinforce this. So homosexual that every day and every opportunity you want to sneak off and kiss each other. That's cool. I don't judge your lifestyle. However, during the next gay wedding, one of you two must be the girl. And one of you is paid $1 more per hour in all this. You know, or maybe more, a trillion Bitcoin more, even though there's only 21 million Bitcoin scarcity. All right. So I think you guys are gonna win. Usually when I see two gay lovers stuck in my chat like a sticky trap, well, just end the stream and you're free. But know that I set you free from all this. You know, you'll owe me or you'll owe somebody else. You'll owe each other. Good team. Make sure you salute all these guys if you ever see them. They look like, you know, serious, deadly serious killers. Probably killed an entire country somehow. And, you know, congratulations on all your victories. Condolence to me for all my failures.